Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Tuesday, time for the Just After Bill Burr's Monday Morning Podcast. My name is Joe, as you well know. And first off, Bill was fucking late, man. He fucking put his podcast up. I mean, he apologized for it, so I guess, I guess we'll give him one there. But, dude, now I gotta go off the top of my head and just off these fucking chicken scratch notes I got here. Not giving me much time to really get my shit together for my fucking reaction cast. Kind of, you remind me of my ex-wife. You're about as reliable. We get an hour on Monday and a half hour on Thursday of fresh Bill Burr ranting, talking about whatever. You'd think the least you could do for the little people is have that fucking hour on time, because now my shit's all fucked up. And I don't get to listen to it and make sure I don't fuck anything up worse. We're just going to ride along and fucking post what comes out of it. So thanks a lot, Bill. You're forcing me to do a one take. I should have just done it live. Fuck, But, all right. So, speaking of being reliable like my ex-wife, the reason I say that is, I was thinking about the way his podcasts are released, how, like the Monday morning podcast is, he put it up, like he said, it was afternoon. For me, it was fucking late. I didn't see it. I actually saw it this morning, fucking on some like back ass fucking, which I guess I'm a back ass YouTube channel, like fucking, back of the yellow pages of the phone book, whatever if you're old enough to remember that. But I didn't even fucking hear it until this morning. So I had a whole not a whole cast, but I had some shit figured out for him not posting on time, and then he posted late, so I had to fucking edit all this, or not edit, but scratch all my shit out. And it just brings me back to fucking dealing with my ex-wife. Any guy can relate to this. Your girl's getting ready for dinner or something, and she tells you, oh, it's just 5 more minutes, and so you fucking put your shoes on, and you're sitting on the couch, by the door, waiting, and you're just sitting there waiting, and 10 minutes goes by, hey, babe, what's up? Oh, I'm finishing my makeup. Fucking 10 more minutes goes by, you're sitting outside if you're smoking a cigarette, or doing whatever, fucking... Oh, that's how it feels waiting for this fucking shit. I don't know when he's gonna be ready. But at least he doesn't like, my ex-wife actually crashed my car one time. It was before we were together, married-wise, so the car was actually just my car, not our car or any of that. And she fucking wrecked it into a nicer car, and the guy was flipping out and went through all this shit. But it's fucking, I'm glad Bill, at least, I'm glad he apologized and fucking admitted that he was just a little late. Because, if it was a woman, she'd have blamed it on the stars. She'd have been like, oh, well, the astrology, the way that Venus and Mars are lined up, I'm an asparagus, and so right now it's not a good time of the year for asparaguses. Oh, shit. So let's see. Let's get on to Bill. Fucking old Baldy McLate. That's not good. Fuck that. Scratch it. See, this is why I don't do the fucking one take wonders, you fucking bald motherfucker. So he said he did an award show and was out of his comfort zone because he was, it wasn't roasting or, like fucking razzing people, And I thought that was great, he's talking about it, getting up, and he's like, I gotta say something nice about another man without fucking with him or joking. He's like, I'm getting all emotional. I love him so much. He's such a great guy. It's fucking hilarious because not gonna lie, that's, the whole comfort zone. That's why I do the fucking podcast. I mean, I don't do video. I could do video, I could point the camera at my face and you could just watch me fucking sit here and talk, but you might as well, if you're gonna listen, you might as well just listen. I figure that's what, the main thing. You're not looking at Bill on his podcast there. If you are, you're looking at that fucking little background, Monday morning background thing, which I can't figure out how the fuck to make my own yet, but I don't have fucking, what's his friend's name? Anthony the Feminist? I don't have that, or any fucking legal team, or any, editing team, or fucking, apparently, I don't even have time to fucking take notes, because the person I'm supposed to be fucking riffing off, spoofing off of, fucking reacting to, is so late, you're gonna end up, you're fucking with my business, man. Oh, and speaking on the man, fucking, oh, where was that? Oh, man. Where was that? Oh, I gotta find it. Give me a second here. He was talking about fucking something. Ah, what was it? Oh, yeah. He was talking about, he said, if you ever have something and you gotta back it up with no proof, you just say, we did a massive study in our laboratory. But the way, at the end, he was like, yeah, man. And I know he tries to do a little, like a Cheech and Chong kind of voice. But just, in my head, I was thinking, hey, man, we're just, like, trying to do a study, man. It's nice and relaxed, yo. You want to just join our study? I just pictured, like, I don't know if it's, from the 70s, 90s show, fucking when he has that shop, and it's, everything's so cool, man, and we're just relaxing, and we're podcasting, man. Oh, that's fucking great. Yeah, but I was thinking I could see him being nervous, and it's funny because, being obviously, besides the ginger or redheadedness, which, if you know me, I got fucking red hair on the front of my beard, and then it goes to black around it, so I'm like fucking, like 1% fucking Burr. We have like 1% DNA, but no, talking about being nervous and shit, and had to get up and do a speech or a fucking, awards thing, and talk about his friend, and I had to do that in high school. I had to get up in front of the mayor of the town, or city, whatever the fuck you want to call it, where I lived, and I was chosen from my school to do it, and blah, 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 and I had to get up, and Bill says, oh, I got through it, and, I didn't fuck up or anything, and I was, proud of myself, and later in this podcast, he talks about the play, the Dingleberry Dingle Burr play that he's doing. Old Twinkle Toes fucking dancing around and shit, and somebody emailed in and asked him if he fucks up his lines or fucks anything up, and he said every day. It made me feel better because I fuck everything up every day, it feels like, and every cast I make feels like a fuck up, so that's good. But no, he said he got up on stage, or did the award show. He didn't fuck it up. I just wanted to throw my experience in when I had an award, that I got the award, and I had to speak, on my own behalf, like, of my experience and all that. And I'll tell you what, that's where I realized public speaking was not my strong suit, at least not yet. Hopefully this works its way into, some other better shit, that I can actually do some public speaking. They say, imagine the audience naked, or whatever, or imagine fucking whatever the fuck, I forget exactly all this shit, and fucking, your grandma having sex or something, I don't fucking know, but yeah, I've never been too great, I could get up and, I'll be a jackass. It's one thing, I can get up and be a jackass in front of people, and even if they're booing, it's like, I don't give a fuck what you think. So, I can continue that. So I guess if that's what being a stand-up comedian is, then I need to write my first set and get the fuck out there. But, no, my thing is, I feel like with fucking, it depends. If all the lights are, pointed at me, and I can see everybody staring at me, then it's like fucking awkward silence. And then you, like he said, you got to roll with it. But I didn't figure out, this was high school. I hadn't figured out how to roll with it yet. I figure once I can roll with the podcast shit and my fuck ups on here and just ride through it and fucking talk through it, then we'll work our way into that. Shit. Speaking of podcasts, I mean, if Bill if he's gonna be fucking late, talking about helping the little people, and he's always supporting little people, I'm not saying the Patrice O'Neal thing is a little people thing, it's obviously a famous, everybody in the group knew him, knows him, knows his mother, so they're, that's a little different, but you want to help the little people, fucking, get me out of my fucking, my over 40 hours, barely can afford life, fucking, where was I gonna fucking go with that? He was talking about helping fucking little people. What was I talking? See, man, I'm worse than he is. I was gonna fucking rag on him for forgetting where he was going. Not today, today for me is fucking Monday morning podcast. Oh, I was saying, yeah, I was gonna say you might as well fucking contract me out to do the podcast, because, I mean, he just talks about random shit like New York, all the lanes, you used to have 4 lanes of cars. Dude, those 4 lanes were fucking slammed full of cars. It still took hours to, like, I still, in the 90s, I walked backwards faster than cars. And, I get it, it's faster now. And I get it, they, some lanes are blocked off and people are walking or not walking. It used to all just be sidewalks and you just run into each other, and that's where the whole fucking, I'm walking here, hey, what the fuck? Or you're crossing the street and the fucking taxi honks and, hey, fuck you, yeah, fuck you, go fuck yourself, you fucking cunt, and you walk off, and that's fucking New York for you, But, no, it has changed. It has changed. So carrying on, he was talking about being on the subway and, not making eye contact with the crazy person, and I can the subway, for one, if you ever are in New York, which I'm not, I wish I was, but old fucking Billy Bitch Tits won't fucking fly me out to see a show. Like I said, I'll pay for the ticket, I just can't pay for the flight and the hotel. So fucking A, man, I just need to shut up because I can't fucking follow my stories. Oh, no, yeah, the subway. You're ever in New York and, you want to see some good shows, go down to subways. Like, I'm not talking about fucking midnight or 2 a.m. And, I'm not saying go down there with your wallet in your hand and a wad of cash with a shirt that says I'm with stupid and the arrow that says stupid is pointing at your face. I'm not saying to make it, like yourself a walking target. Like Bill said, you don't make eye contact. Like even with the normal people, it's fucking weird. You get on the subway, if you're standing, you kind of just you stand and just stare off like out the fucking window, and you're sitting, like half the people got their newspaper in front of them, so you can't. Well, I don't even know if they got the fucking newspaper anymore now, but they're on their phones, whatever. The point is, you don't make eye contact with anybody, and if you do, if they happen to be crazy or different, like Bill was talking about, you're getting attention. You're getting attention. Just in my experience, I've had during a Christmas season once, my mom and I hopped on the subway, and here comes fucking this like 5 dudes with like fucking I want to say buckets or like little like 3-4 string banjo guitar type things and a couple buckets. And they hop on. It was like, say we're at like 42nd and we're headed down south or, downtown. Say we're going to the Trade Center, so like down to Chambers or something. And we're at 42nd, Times Square kind of area. And you hop on, and it was like 34th. And the group got on, and the train started moving, and you heard the fucking bells jingling and shit. And it was the fucking Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. And then they fucking, they coming up to the next stop. It was like 34th, so next would probably be like, it skips a couple, so you got like maybe like what, 28 or 26, something like that, probably somewhere. Or it starts to get into some names. I don't fucking know the exact name, but they did like a one-stop wonder kind of deal. They fucking real quick, just bing da ring da ring feliz Navidad, da 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 da, and they're fucking running around with the bucket, collecting a couple bucks, and then they're gone. But if you don't look up, they don't come to you with the bucket. But if you're looking at them, they come to you with the bucket, and they it's New York, so they gave you a fucking show. They expect a little back. Funny thing about New York, there's a lot of people that are there when you're walking through like Times Square or something. A lot of people like up and coming, rap or hip hop or fucking any kind of artist really, or like little fucking trinket makers and shit. And like I was with my ex-wife and we were walking, and this guy he puts a bracelet on her, and he says, for you. And she's like, oh, thanks. And I was like, thanks, man. That you're one hell of a dude. Thanks, man. That was cool. We're just walking through. We didn't buy nothing. Like, that's cool of you, man. It's her first time in New York and her first time out of Florida. So, have a little extra, to take home. Like, we weren't upset. Started walking away, and the guy goes, wait, one more thing. He was a little, Asian guy. He's like, one more thing. We're like, oh, yeah, cool. What's up? He's like, you give donation for that. You give donation for that. And I'm thinking, dude, it's not a fucking donation if I'm giving you money and you're giving me a product. That's a fucking sale. Like, I hate when they do that shit, like fucking Christmas lights. You can drive through or walk through the Christmas light area, and it's free, but there is a required donation. That's fucking, that is the best fucking way of saying, we're charging you, but we're not charging you. But we still want the fucking money. Like Bill always says, duality of messages. The duality of that fucking message is fucking hilarious. That's, I don't even know what to fucking compare to it. But yeah, Subway, there's been, you get on, and there's been a girl that was singing like Mariah Carey songs, but just butchering it, and her headphones were on, so she wasn't looking at nobody, just fucking going. The whole car was laughing, dude. We were fucking dying laughing, crying, like, to the point where I had to tell my mom to stop laughing because it felt weird, because we're on the subway, and everybody else is trying so hard not to laugh, because you have to have, like, this serious, like, as soon as you get on, for some reason, it's this serious fucking, like, it's like the elevator, how everybody gets all tense and quiet in the elevator instead of just being like, so, you going to the third floor, huh? Yeah, that's 3 up from here. Like, that's cool, like, not even small talk. But, yeah, you want to see some good shit? Definitely, Subway is the place to go if you get to New York. He was talking about the fucking Pilgrims Indians thing. He said he went somewhere and saw some pilgrims dressed up, and then he made a joke about the fucking Indians, with the pilgrims, how they wouldn't show, what they did years later. And I actually wanted to make a comment. I celebrate Thanksgiving in the thankfulness part, but to me, you should be thankful all, year round for whatever the fuck you're thankful for. But I don't celebrate that holiday because, what, to me, even if I do have some Native American ancestry, not enough to be like fucking, walk into a casino and claim some heritage and shit, but I have a couple, obviously just like with the, in American history, you got the slave owners married their slaves, and then they weren't slaves anymore, they were married and they had kids, and, et cetera, et cetera. So, same, I'm assuming, with the Native Americans, but the point is, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, because why would you celebrate a holiday where basically the moral of the story is, I save your ass this year, and next year you come and destroy my entire village. Like, how fucked up is that? And to even consider myself an ancestor of one of those people, I mean, I guess every race has done fucked up things, at some point in history. I mean, every fucking, you got if you go by the biblical stories with the fucking pharaohs and the Moses shit, and the freeing all the slaves that were building the pyramids and shit. So yeah, I guess everybody's done some bad shit in their days. But yeah, Thanksgiving is a fucked up holiday. Like, let's celebrate the massacre of that, like, not even who knows how many innocent people that tried to save our fucking lives, And then we just did them dirty as fuck. Like, not we as in today, but, you know, the we of the 1700s, you know, the fucking colonial United States people. And then he talked about eating pretzel dogs. You know, the fucking Annie Ann's, I'm assuming, probably, or some, you know, gourmet shit, but fucking hot dog and a pretzel. And I got a great story on that one. Back in my teenage years, I was skateboarding with my boys, and we caught a bus up to the mall. You know, of course, you skate at the mall. You fucking, you know, that's the whole point, is vandalizing shit. You're 16, you got a skateboard, you got long hair, you smoking, man. Well, I hadn't smoked yet, but you know, man, it's fucking, we're skaters, dude. But yeah, we head up to the mall, and my dad called me. He's like, hey, where you at? And I told him, and he said, all right, well, on your way home, grab me a pretzel dog. And I grabbed it, you know, on the way home, hopped on the bus. It was wrapped in tinfoil, all nice and tight, in the bag, whatever, yada, yada. Fucking skate my ass all the way to my front yard. Kick the board up, grab the board, walking through the front yard, drop the bag. Now, this is where I guess my common sense failed, but to me, common sense, I'm like, it's in a bag, and it's wrapped, like, you know, pretty securely in the tinfoil. It wasn't just like a one wrap wonder. It was, you know, it was wrapped. Like, I was convinced there was no way, and this is Florida, so you don't have the clay dirt like up here and up north, or I don't know what kind of dirt you got out west, you know, probably more clay, or, well, you got the salt flats in Utah and shit, so anyways, point of the story is a lot of sand in Florida. No dirt like that. It's all sand. So I dropped this bag, and I'm thinking, okay, the bag, you know, it's not muddy or nothing. It's fucking dry, you know, and so I check it. I feel around the bag. I feel around the tinfoil. It's all fine, you know, in my eyes. Walk inside, hand my dad the fucking pretzel dog, and all you, like, not even 30 seconds later, you just hear, what the fuck, Joe? God damn, what the fuck? Sand had gotten all in that fucking pretzel dog, and I don't know how. I mean, I know how, but, dude, I'm telling you, I pled my case, but just like with Bill's dad, you're not fucking winning. You're not winning the argument, and you're probably getting your ass beat for fucking up. Yeah, that wasn't a good night, but it's a fucking great story looking back, because I had made it like 99% of the way home. It was like fucking, you're doing the last mission on a video game, no memory card, no saving, last fucking mission. You know, it's like it's Grand Theft Auto, like the video, you know, like you're on your PlayStation, and your last mission, you got to just take out this one last character, and then you're the winner, and right as you fucking, you know, right as you shoot or punch or kick or whatever you're doing on your very last mission, the fucking power goes out. That's exactly how that was. And then he mentioned movie critics, or not movies, but critics coming to the play, and how they just, you know, just to be a critic, you got to be an asshole. And I actually agree with that in a way. Not just the asshole part, but my mom and I noticed the worst movies were rated by the critics. I don't mean like Rotten Tomatoes or fucking, you know, whatever those, I don't want to say dumb, but whatever those fucking independent websites that review shit. I don't mean that. I mean, like, you know, when it comes on the commercial, you know, critics rave the #1 movie in America, or the #1, you know, the #1 animated movie in the world, you know, in theaters near you, blah, blah, blah. Usually when they say that #1 fucking best movie ever bullshit, it's really not that fucking, like, my mom and I, you know, we kind of started studying this, like, you know, not studying it in a massive study in a laboratory, but no, we paid a little attention to it, and we noticed that the worse the critics said it was, the more we liked it. Like, you know, the critics would be like, oh, the movie was horrible, the humor is in poor taste, you know, the sexuality and the language, it's just a foul movie, it's foul, and it's just, it's in poor taste, it's disgusting, you know, it's not a family friendly, or whatever, and here it is, my mom and I are fucking dying laughing, crying in the movies, and then we go to one where it's like, amazing movie, must see movie of the year, and we're like half asleep in fucking 30 minutes in, like, what are we doing here? Like, why did we just spend $45 on tickets and snacks for this shit? But man, let me speed this up because I got to do a lunch break edition thanks to Bill's late ass. I was gonna apologize for fucking ranting on Bill on my Friday bonus because of that fucking rat at work shit. Fucking trying to get the whole company fucking shut down and being a fucking if you were in prison or if you were in the fucking ghetto you wouldn't make it out. You're lucky that this is just a job and people are fucking at least most act normal here because God forbid God forbid you're in jail and you go to the guards and say, oh, everybody, this guy's got a cigarette in his bunk and this guy, or this girl or this guy, whoever fucking, they're sneaking in, Pepsi. So I'll say Pepsi since Bill loves it so much. But, yeah, you wouldn't, that shit doesn't fly, that's fucked up. But, not on Bill, the rat, but I ended up ranting on Bill some, and, I was going to apologize, but now I think, I'll leave it, because you're making me do this, off the top of the head, and I'm trying to fly through my fucking notes, and remember what I'm saying, remember what the fuck I wanted to say. I don't have any ads yet. Like I said, I'm not going to keep repeating myself, but I do have a real one coming soon and then a fake one I'm building. It's more of a joke. That's why I want to build it. I don't want to just spit it out and fuck it up. I actually want to make a joke out of it. But his ads, he was doing the Simply Safe, and I was just thinking, my first thought, he does that a lot, and, and I made fun of it. I did Simply Silly and a couple other dumb little things, and I'm not saying so. Yeah, the company, it's probably very legit and good. Keeping your house safe, especially if someone pops on and talks to an intruder or somebody in your yard. But one of my thoughts in my fucked up head is, what if they outsource the people talking? So what if somebody's coming through your yard, and the guy gets on the line or girl, whoever gets on the line, and they're like, you're not to be walking to this yard. I'm going to be calling the cops and they're not gonna, dude. They're all probably drugged up in your yard or something. They're not gonna understand what the fuck they're saying. That would be hilarious. Outsourcing the fucking call, like the fucking security people. Can you imagine like a warehouse, like like an Indian call center or a fucking like in China or Hong Kong, Japan, like something like that, call center like that, where like those are the people that are talking to these people that are supposed criminals. That's fucking great. I think they should do it. Well, I don't think they should do that, but that'd be a fucking, now that's a good one. And then Squarespace, I always do infinite space. You want to grow your business, just fucking launch it out into space and you can grow forever in any direction. He kept saying square pants, which, shows me that he is becoming a dad. He's really being dad mode, because either that or he's bored as fuck making mayonnaise, fucking getting stuck in saunas with sword fights and whatever the fuck else he said he did. Fucking what are you eating a Nathan's hot dog around New York for, dude? Like, the old New York style hot dogs, or go across to Jersey and get a fucking a ripper from Rutt's Hut right by the Meadowlands Stadium, fucking Hiram's hot dogs. There's so many awesome, amazing hot dogs. Why the fuck would you go to a Nathan's? I don't care if you went to DC or not. But yeah, so lastly, before I get back in, because I'm already fucking late, probably gonna run a few minutes after lunch, but last thing, Bill mentioned all the trash. He talked about, people fucking, somebody commented that they made a runway in the middle of a forest just for the rich, and Bill was talking about plastic in the oceans, yada yada. Well, here's my idea, since Bill's ragging on the rich and Elon Musk and all that so much, which I'm not saying that's wrong. Go ahead and you fucking say what you gotta say. Freedom of speech, right, Bill? So, say it with your chest. No, but what I was thinking is, why don't we, since we're talking about trash, we're talking about rich people, we're talking about oceans, or not even just oceans, but the planet, made me think about something. The fucking spacecraft that we sent to Jupiter to study Jupiter and the moons, when they were done with it, They just crashed it into Jupiter because it burned. It burned. It burned all up before it even not landed. I don't think there's a landing spot, but it burned up in the atmosphere. So nothing happened. Why don't we just fucking fill up Elon Musk's rockets? He launches a SpaceX rocket every fucking day, like 6 times a day. Just start filling those fuckers up with however much weight trash that can hold. Well, especially the non-recyclable shit, or like plastics, stuff that's going to take millions of years to fucking break down. Why don't you have the billionaires start launching one trash rocket a day and just launch it straight either towards Saturn or just launch it out of the solar system? People say there's space junk and space trash. Yeah, that's right around our planet. I'm saying launch this shit the fuck out of here. Like, just launch it the fuck out. It would take millions of years to get anywhere else, and if you crash it into Jupiter, it's all going to burn up anyway. And nobody can live on Jupiter. There is no on Jupiter, and it's like 900 times the size of Earth, so, I mean, it'd take fucking thousands of years to have any trash make a fucking impact. So, let's do that. Elon Musk, start fucking, you want to clean shit up and fix shit? Fucking start launching the trash into space, but not right around us. Launch it the fuck out of here. All right, that's it. I'm late. I'm probably going to get in trouble at work. Thanks a lot, Bill, you late son of a bitch. Everybody have a good, safe week. Enjoy yourselves. We'll catch you on Friday. If Bill's on time, we'll fucking comment. If he's not, then he's a fucking too busy of a cunt for us. Everybody go fuck yourselves. Bill, double fuck yourself. Actually, no. Broadway. How can I put it? Let's see here. Penetrate thine self with a phallus-like object. Go fuck yourself. See you Friday.